Hello my lovelies, how are you? I am Eriu and this is Eriu Tarot Readings, and you, my darling, you are very welcome here today. So guys, I'm so sorry I've been MIA for quite some time. Life's been a bit busy and I've been doing other things and applying for other things and such. So, well, you guys voted and you said to me, majority was that you guys wanted bi-weekly readings. So here I am. I know I didn't get, unfortunately, to the start of May, which I'm really sorry about, but I am on the go here and I'm ready to rock with your 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of May, your bi-weekly readings of May 2017. So my lovelies, let's rock and roll. There's no time to waste and let's do your reading. Hi Aries, how's it going? So this is your general and love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. I hope you've all been doing really well lately, and I hope life is treating you good. And if not, let's get some clarity with these, yeah? Let's get some clarity with your readings. As always, if it doesn't make sense to you, or doesn't make sense but doesn't fully resonate with you, do check out your moon and rising sign as well. And as I always do, I will put that link at the bottom of this video for you so you can calculate what your moon sign and or your rising sign is. All right, again, apologies for being so MIA, but I'm here now with you, and this is especially for you, this reading. So it's a bi-weekly reading because that's what you guys wanted, but like realistically, end of May's got 2.5 weeks, so this covers both. So we're going to do your general reading first. The top line is your first week. The second line is, what's the second week? Or your bottom line is the second last, coming into a week and a half, I guess. Well, we'll see what's going on first for you. So, start of the week, midweek, and end of the week. Let's see what's going on. Cool. And if we need any clarification, I will do that. All right. Aries, what's up? Aries. Do you know I kept shuffling and I had planned to do Sag first and they kept going, no, Aries. And I actually was shuffling the cards and I said, okay, this is general love reading for Aries. Whoop. And I had to do you guys first. So you guys come before Sag. Now, let's see what's going on for you. Now remember, this reading covers your general life stuff, right? So anything that's not romantic as such, because that will be in the love reading for you. So friendships, I guess relationships with people, but not in a romantic sense. Your work life, your home life, study, you know, a domestic life in general. This is what this covers, okay? So I feel like I'm straight in. There's no time to waste. Start of the week, the Star card. Fantastic, beautiful major arcana. The Star card is ruled by Aquarius, and it's all about your wishes coming true. Things that you've really wanted, feels that they haven't been coming for you. They've been a bit stagnant. You feel like you're... And actually, you guys had this a few weeks ago in one of your readings where you just felt like you were like this. Your energy was like this. Life was like that. It wasn't peaking, it wasn't like decreasing rapidly. You were just like steady as she goes. And I remember you guys getting a bit fed up. You were like, oh, for God's sake, where's the drama? Where's the fire? Where's the life? You know, I want to feel it. I want to feel it vibrate through me now. I want to feel like, woohoo, like I'm having a great time in life. But you guys were pretty stagnant. It wasn't your fault, actually. As far as I remember, you were having a really rapid change in your life, and it was a really slow, slightly calmer process than what you're used to. But the Star card comes in and goes, everything you wanted, what you wished for, what you truly desired, boom, it's coming in for you. And it's not even like, you know, because the Nine of Cups is also kind of known as the wish card, but also it's a major arcana. This is a major arcana. And so this has way more weight than the minor arcana do, as you know. So way more weight than the Nine of Cups card. And it's a beautiful, ornate card. Look at that. Look at that peacock. Okay? And it's really about as well, if you imagine a peacock and how they're so beautiful. Like, they're so gorgeous, aren't they? And when they open their feathers, when the male opens his feathers, and yeah, he spreads them out and he walks so proudly. It's really like an achievement, like he's achieved something, like, here I am, I've arrived. And maybe that's what you're looking for as well, Aries. Maybe you want to feel like you're involved in something or a part of your life where you're like, damn it, I have arrived. Yes. And so I feel really good about this. There's something about this in the background here. It does kind of remind me of the sun, and even though it's quite unusual, I guess, yeah. This drawing in particular, or depiction of the sun. It's not your average kind of illustration. But this is also about shining in a way that's different, shining in a way that's not like you. Not saying that that's bad, but as I said, you're in a huge change within your life. At a slow, calmer pace, albeit, but yeah, it was definitely a change. So you're being seen and you're shining in different ways now, Aries, in ways that doesn't normally govern you. You know, you can be quite out there, you can be kind of bossy, dominant, direct, and I don't say any of those words with bad intention. It's all just part of you, and the package that you come in, somehow you just get away with it because you're Aries. So that's fantastic. That feels great coming in. I already love this first week. Now, the midweek, what you're feeling here now, 7 of Cups. Okay, so you were getting what you wish for. You're like, finally, I have arrived. You're moving forward and it feels good. And then all of a sudden you go, and you've put the brakes on. Now, you're not the only sign that has been getting this. Nearly every sign I've done readings for, mainly in love readings, have put the brakes on themselves slightly for some reason. So you're happy to go at a pace that's nice. You kind of want to go a bit faster, and then you stop because something's not right. Something doesn't feel... Oh, what's this? 7 of Cups is all about being kind of confused about where you're going, where to go next, what path to go down. I feel like this is for you guys. It's like the path, you've gotten what you've wished for, which is maybe as well more options in your life, on options of where to work, where to live, hobbies you want, expanding with friendships, the people you want in your life. So you've wished for all these things. You've wished for it to get a bit faster and a bit more exciting. The star card comes in and says, yes, you have everything that you wish for, go. And then all of a sudden it's like all these paths open up to you. And you go, oh, frig, which one do I go down? Oh, and the wish card's saying, but you wanted it, you wished for all of this. And you're going, oh yeah, well, you know, hold on a second. You know, when you want something, when you get it, sometimes it's 2 different things. So you're kind of feeling a bit... Now, you don't feel completely stuck in a rut, don't get me wrong. It just feels like a multiple choice question where you've got 6 or 7 options and some of them are similar and you probably could pick them all. That's what it feels like. But don't get too bogged down in this, okay? I don't want you to get too bogged down because I feel like I feel really good for you, Aries, and I feel like you're in the groove, you're in the zone, and you're just loving life. And so whatever you choose here is going to give you emotional fulfillment. I need you to know that. Whatever path you go down will give you emotional fulfillment. You just got to choose. Like, look at the options here, right? I guess it's quite interesting. So you've got the butterfly here, you've got the snake, you've got a rainbow, you've got a flower, you've got a person, you've got a rose, you've got a mask. I mean, none of these things are awful or terrible. You just got to choose one. So maybe it's a case that you guys are looking for new jobs, for instance, or you're just fresh out of college, fresh after studying, and you're like, okay, I need to find out where I want to go. Whew, I wish that was over. I did it. I rocked it. I got my exams. I fucking nailed it. And now, and you got your degree, your master's, diplomas, whatever you're trying to achieve, you got it. And then you go, oh, where do I go from here? It's really up to you. And I don't see anything here that says whatever you choose will be bad for you. Straight up, no. Now what's interesting then is you come into 6 of Cups at the end of the week. 6 of Cups. Cups again. So I feel like a lot of you want emotional fulfillment in general. You want to feel like what you do satisfies you in that way. And as I said, whatever you choose will do that for you. It will just give you a different feeling. Not any of these things are the same. They're really not. So 6 of Cups is all... I just got the song The Way We Were in my head. The Way We Were. This is it. It's like, as I always say, it's kind of nostalgia. It's like, oh, like happier times. Do you remember when life... And do you know what's so funny actually? This card is coming up for loads of people. I think, and a lot of fire as well. I mean, I think a lot of you are in changing periods, and what I always feel at the start of every season is this change in people. Life changes and life decisions are really being made. I always feel like that's the start of each season, you know? But you're looking back here and you're saying, oh, do you remember the time that, oh, I was involved in this and I knew everyone and I did this and I had a responsibility and I nailed it. And I had a really good partner, whoever you worked with, or even study partner or whatever, or partner in projects or anything like that, or friends even. You're like, oh, it was great, wasn't it? I had them with me. We completely conquered. It was awesome. Yeah, cool. There's a problem for me. Now, this isn't a bad card. This isn't. But there's a problem for me with this being here. Because even though this energy isn't being stuck, you're not deciding to choose one of these things and move forward. Instead, you're going, I have to choose something. Oh, but do you remember when it was like this? Yeah, but that's gone. Like, that's gone. That old way of doing things, those traditions, those values, how that particular organization or society worked. Like, it was great and it was good and you have the nice memories. But if you go back into thinking about this and have the nostalgia of prior experiences and organizations or committees or community that you're involved in, you're going to stop yourself. You're distracting yourself from picking up one of these cups and walking forward. That's my issue with this, Aries. Really, I have to stress, I have an issue with you being here. It's not a bad thing. I don't, you know, I say I have an issue, but because I don't want you to go back. You know, you've already worked so hard to get to this point. You have these options, so pick one. Investigate more. See what suits you, and then pick one and walk with it. But kind of emotionally daydreaming is not, do you know, it's not progressive for you. It's not constructive enough. You gotta walk forward. Let's walk forward into June, you know. Now, coming up to your second week then, we have the Page of Swords, the Sun, and Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Alright. So now, you're kind of moving and shaking a bit more. Now maybe just concentrate on this. Also, apologies if you hear like a clink or a slurp. That's just my beverage. Talking straight nearly for an hour does that to you. Need a bit of water. I'll get 2 for this. Because I think I know what this is. But I just want to double check. Yeah, there it is. Hey, all right. Okay, so let's move these over for a quick second. Right, so the Page of Swords here. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. Swords being the method of communication, being really good at communicating on any level, on any platform. Using the sword as your method of communication. By that I mean your tongue being the sword and being your most strongest weapon. It's also about thought. It's also about thinking and using logic and rationale to make decisions. And the crown chakra, in a way, being your first point of physical contact, I guess. What I mean by that is you begin from the top. You know, because cups say, right? Cups go from emotions first, then they go through the thought process. It's the other way around for air signs. They go with the thought process, then they feel. So I wasn't sure. I was like, this feels like this could be Aries coming into this page. And then, yeah, like, boom. Yeah, it is. Now, 2 clarifying cards as to why you're going to be going into this energy. The Tower and 2 of Pentacles. Now, like the Tower, full on, really harsh energy, yeah? It's about everything crumbling down around you. And it needs to, because It doesn't work anymore in the life that you've created for yourself. And that's what you have been doing, Aries. And that's what you've been attempting to do, even though you haven't really been feeling the results. But you're getting there. It's just very, very slow for you. And it's good that it's slow, because you need to get rid of things, as I say, that no longer serve you. And the Tower does that. The Tower comes along, it's like an earthquake, and it shakes, the ground shakes, the Tower begins to rumble, and eventually all those bricks begin to tumble to the ground. So you're left with, I guess what you could really say is disaster in a way. But what comes from that is the opportunity to build up again. So now you've come into this Page of Swords energy because you have felt this, and you may have felt it in the past. And what you had to do was learn how to balance out everything again. Maybe you went way too forceful into an opportunity. You just 100%. You're in. You know what I mean? You're in. And let me see this now. Like, some of you may have invested in a business, or were partners in a business or a business venture. And you may have invested financially and time-wise as well. But also your fiery passion and creativity may have gone into this. And I feel like it just hit a brick. Like, one day it was just like, it just all just stopped. Like, businesses. Like, it was just like it just all came to a head one day. And you guys weren't anticipating it. And so this was rapid. Like, this was quick energy. It's not normally that quick. Still holds that same harsh element though. And then when all that happened, you had to kind of begin again. You began again with the Two of Pentacles. So Pentacles again can be money. So you may have had to take care of your finances and learn how to really budget and balance your money as it came in. You may have also had a Leo that helped you do this. Yeah, may have had a Leo or Capricorn that helped you do this. Or it could have been your life. You're going, right, okay, I've invested everything, even emotionally invested myself in this. And now it's like, I gotta begin again. So I need to find out how I'm going to balance like income and expenditure, or home life and now work life, because your work may have changed. Or maybe the title didn't change, but the volume of work that you had did. That's interesting. Oh, like it decreased, but you felt, because there was less responsibility on you, that you felt less worthy. Or you felt like you were demoted, but yeah, your contract didn't change. But it was, you felt like you fell down the ladder a little bit. But this was a massive learning curve for you, Aries, because sometimes you can run in. Like you're the first sign in astrology. You're known as kind of one of the more like baby signs, you know? You're youthful, you're fun, you go in, you want the best. You don't have no expectations in a way, but then you expect the best, you know? And so you learn, some of your lessons are a little bit harder, unfortunately. But what came out of this situation taught you many things. It taught you to slow down, but it also taught you to vocalize a lot more of the things that you do like and you do not like, the things you want and you do not want, without kind of running in all guns blazing. You understand now how to balance the work-life ratio. You set your boundaries first and foremost when you go into a job or an area that requires work of some sense, or study, or whatever, projects. What you now do is balance between giving too much and giving just a little. You will outweigh everything. You will survey the room and the people, and then you make a decision, and then you vocalize it. So this past event for you, okay, so this makes sense of why everything felt slow then for you, because this exploded, and I feel like some of you just kind of licked your wounds for a little while. Just a little bit. But it taught you this page. Now the page is still in a learning curve himself. He's still trying to figure out how to swing the sword. When to say certain things, when not to say certain things, when to really blurt out and be honest, when to be diplomatic. More importantly, he's learning how to be diplomatic, but get his point across. And you've brought that into your second week with you. And this aids you in making a decision, because I feel like now as well, you're talking to people more about it. You're like, before you just want to make a decision, I've thought about it, that's it, done, I've selected. Boom, Aries, go. But this is like you're saying, you're talking to more people and saying, this is what I have as an option, this is what I believe, I would like your input. And they go, yeah, okay. And there's a dialogue, and it's way more verbal than before, Aries, way more. And this pulling back and just being diplomatic and holding your tongue at times brings you then into a massive growth period, which is the Sun card midweek. How gorgeous. Like, this card is one of my favorites in this deck. Look at that. It's so like almost 70s psychedelic Art Deco-esque vibe. It's cool. Like, it's so cool. I love this. The Sun card comes in, and this represents Leo, which is your fellow brother or sister in the fire signs. And it says, look, you know, I get that this happened to you. You have everything you've wanted now. You've learned your lesson. So let's go for it again. Let's start again. Let there be more freedom as well for you again. So yes, you can still have your passion. You can still have your fiery side. You can still have your zest for life. You can still be creative. You can still be loving and lusty and like on fire. You can still be that, combined with what you've learned here. And this is like, talk about like jumping up a level. Jeez, a few levels here. I like this because I feel like you're starting to feel a bit more back to yourself. You know, it's like you've made the decision. You've researched it, you've thought about it, you've talked it out, you haven't ignored it anymore, looking back on ways of which used to be. You now go, okay, I've made the decision. Now it's time to inject some Aries into it. Now here comes the ram, and I'm coming running for you. And I love it because you're really getting back to yourself now. And at the end of the week, it's such a great reward for you because 9 of Pentacles comes in here for you as well and says, yes, do it, work it. You have been working away. You know, you've been working away on different things, Aries, but I really feel like it's yourself as well. You're starting to get and understand other people's points of view. You're not kind of just being like kind of like black and white about it or even like dismissive or anything. You're way more open now to things. Leo actually is starting to get like that as well, which is good, which is really good. And 9 of Pentacles is about achievement. It's about sitting there going, all the hard work I've put in, I'm gonna see rewards from it now. And it's quite a singular card, you know, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, which is a deck I always refer back to illustration wise, is because it's like the most recognizable for most people on tarot readings. We see this woman and she's standing in the garden and she's acknowledging and looking at the fruits of her labor because it's all grown around her. It did take time, yes, but it came and it's beautiful and it's all around her and it's hers for the taking. And these elements of the 9 of Pentacles is a wealth thing. It's making that money. But it's also about tangible goods. But for you here, I feel like it's money. It's money. I keep that sound, money, 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 money in my head. Money. But also, it's split here, right? Because why? Here, this lady has pentacles on her. Oh, I don't even know what you'd call that because it's like goes into the sunny. We'll say a cloak, right? For argument's sake, a cloak. And this bird here comes in with pentacles on them. Now, birds are representation of hope, of news, of delivery. And this could be your fortune coming in a message, in hope, in just you having faith in something and it coming to fruition. But these ones on her are aspects of herself. They're pieces of her that she's accumulated over time. And you've accumulated that through the life's lessons, through the last few weeks. That's pretty sweet, right? It's like the best of both worlds. But you get to sit here and you get to go, oh, whew, finally. You know, I'm starting to see a return now. I'm starting to see the fruits of my labour, and that's what's important. Material goods are coming in, but your money is changing. Your money is going to change. I'm not saying it's drastic amounts, but it's enough that you feel a bit more relaxed in yourself, and it's enough that the worry of financial income, it lessens. All right, Aries. So, what you reckon? I don't think it's too bad at all. I really don't. It is slower, definitely. It is calmer, yes. But the energy isn't drastic or traumatic for you in any way. So I think these next 2 weeks, the next 2.5 weeks for you in your general life are going to be good. Just got to make the decision, right? And don't stay too far back in memories. Because we want to get you back to your fire. We really do. Come back into your element. Come back into your own fully. And then feel the rewards of that. Feels good to be you. Right, my lovelies, let's really get cracking now, and let's get on to your love reading. Let's rock and roll. Hey Aries, so this is going to be your love reading for May the 15th to May the 31st, 2017. And I've already done a lot of pre-shuffling off camera, but I know that some people like to see a good shuffle. So I'll do that as well for you. All right. That's it. Cool. Okay. So it's going to be the same principle again, okay? So very top line is your first week, bottom line is your second week. And if we need to clarify, we will. Most of the time you do in love readings. Let's check it out. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Whoa. Oh, Aries. Okay. Right, let's pull this back. Right, let's go for it. So, very start of the week, midweek, and end of the week. So, at the start of this first week for you, or the third week in May, you've got the Two of Cups. So this is really freaking nice to have as a card in your reading. Two of Cups is about two people who essentially see each other for who they are. It's a beautiful meeting. It's like, you know, in film you have a meet cute as well. I like to throw that in because it feels like that as well sometimes. But it's not as strong as, say, the Lover's card, but there's something very innocent, very almost like naive and lovely and kind of awkward and silly coming in as love for you. Now that kind of may not seem like the offer you want. Maybe you're like, hey, I want a much stronger offer than that. But because I know things have been quite slow for you lately, and I feel like some of you, your love life hasn't been as strong as you'd like it to be lately, I would say this is a really, really nice opener to have. Two people, you could be out actually one of the nights, although the start of the week, it depends what way you work, and I guess, you know, drinks are cheaper on Tuesdays, aren't they? Mondays and Tuesdays are cheaper. So maybe it's like an impromptu after works cocktails, you go out and you meet someone, or this person is already in your work establishment and that's how you meet them, or that's how you get chatting in a more romantic setting. I kind of feel like this is someone a little bit newer though for you, so that means you can meet someone while you're out as well. Oh, very nice beverage. And here it's about, you know, cups again. Cups always be an emotional energy, but it's always about, like, Two of Cups is just really, as I say, that meet cute, right? It's just really being like, hey, knowing that there's attraction is forming between the two of you, you can both kind of read it, but it's not over the top. And you can't see they're kind of blushing. Make sure this isn't my card. That's just kind of dirty. No, it's not. But they're both kind of blushing, and it's kind of like sweet, innocent. Hey, oh, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, what's up, yeah. Oh, no, nothing. I just saw you there and I thought I'd come over and say hi. Would you like a drink? Oh, you're very kind, yeah. It's that kind of thing, right? It's that kind of energy. But it's nice. And it's two people that everything else around you is not important. What's important is about talking to this person, which is cool. Now, what's interesting, why I got to put these two together for your middle and end of the week, is that there may be more than one person coming in for you. Actually, you may have two. You've two Knights Aries coming in. Just when you thought it was calm and relaxing and it was easy breezy. No. You want that drama? You've got the drama, baby. This is the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So, the energy that you have, this person, they are together. By that I mean they are both options on the same level as each other. But technically, these two are together. So what you're going to start to uncover when meeting this person, when getting to talk to them a bit more, getting to know them a bit more, is that even though they're quieter than you, a little bit shyer than you, they are the sweetest person that you feel you have met in a long time. Now, okay, Knights, yeah, we've got two males here, but if you're female and these are two males and you're like, well, no, I prefer women, then just flip it onto women. We're not going to be gender specific here. Same with guys as well. If it's guys for women or guys for guys, like, it's whatever your preference is, okay? And apply it to this story. So now this Knight of Cups, as I said, absolute lovely guy. He's so sweet. You almost feel like you could dominate him in a way, because your personality can dominate him, because, you know, as I said, you're quite zesty, you're quite fiery, you know what you want, you go after it. And this person in particular may feel like you're exact opposite, completely different to you, the yang to your yin. And in many ways, I think I see that a lot with Aries, actually. It could be a water sign that's coming in. Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Or it could be, well, the earth signs are coming in here for you. But I'm getting a Virgo or a Capricorn who may have water in their chart, alright? Moon as well, as I always say. Because what I find in these readings is that people's moon signs show up a lot more than their actual sun sign. Because obviously the moon sign rules emotional expression as well. And so here he is, or they, here they are, coming in, and what's nice about them is that there's like a delicacy to them, you know? I'm not saying they're not strong, but their strength is emotional strength. It's not always on the outside. They don't have that warrior-like mentality. Their face is quite pleasant. Their skin actually might be really good, quite soft, almost like translucid. That beautiful pale complexion. And so whoever this is that you got chatting to, who you are chatting to, he's obviously made an impact on you, or will make an impact on you, because he comes solidly by himself in the middle of the week, and he's still holding his cup. And he's bumped up from a person of the Two of Cups up to a Knight. So in your eyes, he is something. Could potentially be your knight in shining armor. And you like that he emotionally expresses. May not even be verbally, maybe through his eyes. There's a softness and almost like a watery sparkle in their eyes. Really sweet. My God, so lovely. Yeah, very different to you, but very compatible at the same time. Now, what is your second option? Because, oh, you have two, and they're after you. It's the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles is Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This Knight, as I always say, is the slowest Knight in the deck. He takes his sweet time. He believes in doing something the first time, one time, and getting it right. He tries to eliminate as many issues and problems that he possibly can when trying to obtain what he wants, or what they want. That's why he's a slow burner. He doesn't want to make mistakes. And if things start to come at them, then they deal with it accordingly and appropriately. Eyes, though, always on the prize and steadily moving. They never lose their objective. It's always there. They just get that little bit closer and closer. So for them, speed and wanting something in an instant and impatience is not in their vocabulary. Which again is quite the opposite to you, right? You want it now, you wanted it yesterday, and you want it in every colour. Whereas this knight is not like that. He's like, no, I do want it. This is how I'm going to get it. This is my strategy and how I'm going to get it. And I'm not going to stop until I get it. I always imagine, this might sound a bit odd, but I always imagine when I get this card, like soldiers in the trenches. And you know when soldiers are doing training and they have to crawl under that like piece of fabric, the camouflage fabric, it's in the mud and they have to crawl. That's what this Knight of Pentacles is like on the inside, and he won't give up no matter what comes at him, and he will obtain what he wants at the end of it. Now let's get a bit of clarification for you in this. Cool. Get to. All right. Okay, so this person, this is their background here. Pop this here. I'll just flip these for a second so you can properly look at it. All right. Now, this person has had their own emotional trauma in the past. This person has walked away from a relationship. It may have been a long-term relationship, may have been 6 years, 7 years, or 8 years. Now, this person feels like a Capricorn. Out of all of the earth signs, it feels like a Capricorn, but could also be, as I said, Taurus or Virgo. This person has endured a lot of emotional strain. It is something that they don't really like to talk about, is their emotions. They don't like to take off the mask of privacy. I want to say secrecy, but secrecy implies that there are lies behind it, and that's not the case. They just deal with things by themselves, emotions by themselves. You won't really catch them being overly frazzled about things, because it's just not how they work. Now, you can have a really chatty Capricorn, you can have a really chatty Virgo or Taurus, but the information of which they deliver might be different. They don't really tell it all. And the Knight of Pentacles, remember, is about delivering a message. In this case, it is very much a message of love for you, but it might not come in the way that you're used to, and it might not be verbal, and you might not see it in their face. But they will do little things that will get your attention. So for instance, practicality wise, these guys, like, that's how they show their love. Again, I'll kind of refer back to my own chart because I feel it's easier, it's a better example when I'm telling the story, right? So I got Virgo and Mars both in, Venus and Mars both in Virgo. So when I display love, or when I show someone I love them, I don't necessarily buy them teddies and chocolates and love heart balloons. I actually feel like that's really tacky. Even now I'm like, I just would not. Please don't give me a big cuddly toy. Like, what am I going to do with this? Do you know, it's not how I see romance. Romance for me is about taking care of the one I love, making sure that they're always okay. Are you watered? Are you fed? Are you clean? Are you warm? Do you need me in any way? Can I do anything for you? Having a hard day at work, you know, your partner's a hard day at work, you're at home all day, the place is clean when they get back, and not only that, there's a bath ran from them upstairs with candles, and there's a glass of wine, and it's like, go ahead now. You know, that's how we show love. So this person is practical in their advances in love. So in the initial flirtation stages, you might not even see a proper flirtation from them. But what you will recognize is that they're always kind of around. When you ask for help in something, they are there. When you text them being like, oh, I'm so bored, and I'm all alone, and, you know, you have this kind of little rant, and you're like, oh, why is it like this? Ugh. They're like, listen, don't worry. If you want, we can go out and try and find some for you. Or, you know, they don't really want that, but they say that to make you feel better. And then they say, do you know what, why don't we just go out for drinks then? Take your mind off it. I'm like, yeah, cool. So Be aware of this person always being in the background, and it could be in a friendship capacity initially. But this other person is also on their own journey, and I feel like the past, their emotional past that they've endured has been a really big eye-opener for them. And what they've decided to do is almost scrap the way they used to see love, the way that they believed in love, their ideals in love. They're starting to scrap it, and they're kind of starting all over again. And it feels like for them, they are starting all over again. And it's not the easiest for them, but they're making a really conscious effort to do that. Because we've got the Fool card here. And the Fool card is always about going on a new journey as an individual. Jumping off that cliff and knowing that, yes, it is frightening, yes, it is scary, but you're okay. And you will be okay, regardless of how you land. It's really being in the unknown, but choosing to be in the unknown. Choosing to be free within yourself. Saying, I'm not going to be bogged down by societal expectations of having to be with someone by a certain age, having to be married by a certain age, having kids by a certain age. I'm free, and I want to enjoy life, but I want to get to know other people, and I want to feel freedom in getting to know people as they are. Nice, isn't it? That's their background. So yes, so you know now not the warning signs, but you know the flags. You'll see them. What I said to you, they're always around, they're always willing to help, they're only a text message away, and they probably write back fairly soon, unless they're in the middle of something and they're like, no, I'm really busy. Because they'll do that as well. They'll be like, I'll text back when I can, you know. So 2 offers come in for you, my darlings, and then I'm not surprised. What happens? You get a little bit confused again, Aries, but this time you're confused in love. And I'm not surprised, because you've got 2 people. Boom. Straight in. No kissing. 2 people. And, you know, they're of the same caliber. They hold their own traits, their own characteristics. Some that you may admire, some that you may not care for too much. But hey, that's what it's all about. We don't ever fully love someone, I guess, for every single thing they do. You know, it's like, oh, I love the way you irritate me sometimes. You know, it just doesn't work, right? It just doesn't. You love them regardless in their entirety, but, you know, we don't love, how could you love every single aspect of someone? That's not even possible. So there's confusion for you here, because you're like, right, thought my love life is going nowhere there. Boom, you're out, you meet someone, they start to have, not dominant, they start to hold presence in your life, right? And then you meet someone else here as well, boom, that starts to hold presence in your life. And you see them of equal nature. So no wonder the 7 of Cups is here, because you're like, oh my God, are you serious? I don't have anyone. And then all of a sudden, then 2 come in at once. Like, come on, what's going on? You know, it's like that old saying, like you wait for a bus and 2 come along. Oh. So you're confused, and I'm not surprised. You're trying to figure out who's who. You're trying to figure out who's which one's which, whether or not you like them, whether or not you like that one, whether or not you can meet up with that one, whether or not you can meet up with that one. And so it could be as well that you meet up with one and you're still texting the other. And if you're free and single, then hey, you know, that's what it's all about. You're dating. Let me see. Be careful here, Aries, right? Because your confusion leads you to, again, like it did in the other general reading with the 6 of Cups, it leads you to emotional uncertainty and therefore not really making a decision. Because Page of Rods comes in here now. And this, my darling, is you. You came in as the Page of Rods. They are, we'll say he for now, again, not gender specific. Page of Rods comes in and it's like, yeah, I got this. I keep getting the song, is it Colour Me Bad? I want to sex you up. That's what I keep hearing. I want to, because it's like you've got your mojo back now. Because it's fueled by having these people come in and say, I'm interested in you and I want to know you more. And there may be certain activities that you partake in with either one or the other or both. It's up to you. It's all your decision. No judgment here. And you're just having a good time. Okay? You're in your fire element here. You're like, yes, Aries is back. Yes. Not one, but two. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you. Sunday, for me day. You know what I mean? It's like that. Now, I say be careful because, well, for two reasons. One, you're literally playing with fire a little bit when you've got two people like this. And the deeper you get with each one, the deeper you dig yourself. And if one finds out about the other, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that there's adultery here, but I'm saying there's very much a, as I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday's for me. And you'll get yourself into a bit of a cycle that you will find it very hard to get out of, Aries. The devil. El Capricorn. Now the devil's here because it's really saying you're literally playing with fire, as I said. And it's like you have to be careful about how attached people become to you. Now you'll probably say, if they get attached to me, that's their own problem, right? Or that's their issue. And you know, we can't help who feels what for us. But we can help how we conduct ourselves in a scenario so that nobody gets hurt emotionally. That's, you know, that's important. I don't like saying this to you, but you're coming up here as the main figure. And these are the two people either side of you. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, I'm not the devil. I'm not saying you're the devil. But I'm saying you are the common denominator within these two people's lives, yeah? You hold the chains, you hold the reins on both. And you're very much in control of how far things go with each person and how far you want to push your boundaries and how far you want to push the envelope. So when I said be careful, it's not so that you'll get hurt. It's more of a case of one of them could possibly get hurt in a big way. Now, these two people obviously don't know each other because they're not looking at each other. But they are involved in you. And the devil, remember, it's also about cycles or processes that we involve ourselves in that kind of are repetitive and there's no real resolution to it. Because people, normally it's about people choosing to stay in this environment of toxicity. But it's more of a case, it's saying here for you, look, don't stay involved too long in this energy of holding the reins on each person. And I know, like, Aries, you're gonna, I can feel it now, you're even like, well, I don't know, I'm not holding on to anyone. They're there because they want to be there. And very true, but you have most of the knowledge of these two. Therefore you're elevated, therefore you hold the reins. You see what I mean? So please, Aries, don't stay in this energy too long. Make a decision on them. Pick. Just pick. Or if you don't want either, bye. Because the longer you hold out on this, the worse it will be further on down the line. It's kind of cool that you have options though, isn't it? It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that it's like, color me bad right here. As I keep saying, playing with fire. And that is something that you understand. So you're like, fire's fine. I get fire. I feel good in fire. Yeah, but it could also, you know, just grow and just become this blaze that's out of control. And it could become scenarios that you could become completely out of control with. And people get burnt. Having said all that, isn't this awesome? Having said all that, at the end of the day, you're your own person and you make whatever decisions that you want to make. Just make sure that at the end of the day, you sleep well at night, you know what I mean? And you don't want to hurt anyone. And I know you don't. So we got to take stock of our actions a little bit. But it's nice that you got two people that are like coming in for you. And in 1 week. Wow. That's even, like, as I said, when you're waiting for a bus and two come along, huh? Awesome. Quite cool though. Just be careful. Oh, it's heavy. These two are very hot, very fiery. You gotta be careful, because remember, these two they're not of that suit, so they may not understand that direct, quick fire love, passion that you get. They could easily get burnt, and we don't want to do that. So yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny. Well, which one? Aries. So like overall not terrible like energies whatsoever. I think you've come out of a lot of that. But you are starting to, yeah, feel good again. It's coming for you in a really slow manner, except for your love life. Let me know what happens on the 15th, the 22nd of May. I would love to know if two people came into your life in 1 week. You know, if you don't want one thrown my way, I'd be happy to take care of that. So remember, please like and subscribe and leave a comment and ask me a question. I'll try my best to answer it for you. If you dig what I do, please do all of those things and share these videos for fellow Aries people as well in your life. Remember, I also do private readings, so my email address is below. If you want to contact me, I'll contact you back directly with my reading list and my fees as well, which aren't extortionate because I just don't believe in doing that. Right, Aries, have an awesome 2.5 weeks, okay? You're always welcome to this Tuatha, this tribe. You are always welcome here. And I will see you in the start of June. Take it easy, Aries. Take care. Bye-bye.